Hi everyone, glad to see you again. Today I have something informative lined up for you. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Stay safe online cyber defense. Before we jump into the digital world, let's set the ground rules. Everything we're about to explore is for your brain to expand your knowledge and satisfy your curiosity, not for breaking rules or causing trouble. Think of this as a safe space for learning, where curiosity is encouraged, but responsibility is essential. Imagine you're learning how a car engine works. It's fascinating to see all the moving parts and understand what makes it run. But just because you know how it works, doesn't mean you take apart your family's car without permission, right? The same goes for computers and networks. In this video, we'll dive into the world of computer networks and the amazing tools that help us understand them. Our mission is to uncover the science and logic behind these systems, not to use this knowledge for mischief or to break into places we shouldn't. Remember, knowledge is power, and with great power comes great responsibility. The more you know, the more you can do, but it's up to you to use that power wisely and ethically. This video is strictly for educational purposes. We're not here to encourage anyone to break rules at school, at work, or anywhere else. Instead, we want to inspire you to think critically, ask questions, and appreciate the technology that shapes our world. It's important to understand that bypassing security systems or trying to hack into networks can have serious real-world consequences. We'll talk more about the risks and legal issues later, but for now, just remember, curiosity is great, but respect for rules and boundaries is even greater. So, put on your thinking cap, open your mind, and get ready to explore the invisible world of the internet. A world that connects us all, yet is hidden beneath the surface of our everyday lives. Our goal is simple, to help you understand the how and why behind the technology that powers our lives. By the end of this journey, you'll see the internet and computer networks in a whole new light. Think of this as a behind-the-scenes tour of a digital fortress, a place where information is stored, protected, and managed with incredible precision and care. I'll be your guide, showing you the clever architecture of the internet, the walls that keep data safe, the gates that control access, and the genius of network engineers who make it all possible. Picture the internet as a massive city. There are public parks, big websites anyone can visit, private buildings like school or company networks, and security guards at every door making sure only the right people get in. Learning how the locks work is fascinating and can help you appreciate the complexity of security. But remember, picking those locks or trying to sneak in is a completely different story, one we're not here to tell. Today, we're here to admire the craftsmanship, the design, and the ingenuity behind these digital locks and systems, not to break in or cause harm. So promise yourself to use this knowledge for good, to grow your mind, and to help make the digital world a safer, smarter place for everyone. Ready? Let's get started. The digital bouncer. When you think about keeping something safe, you probably imagine a tough security guard standing at the entrance, making sure only the right people get in. In the digital world, that job belongs to the firewall. A firewall is like a security guard for your computer network. It stands watch at the gateway between your private digital space and the vast, unpredictable world of the internet, always on alert for anything suspicious. Imagine an exclusive party with a bouncer at the door. Only approved guests get in or out. The bouncer checks every invitation, making sure no one sneaks in who shouldn't be there. In the same way, a firewall checks every attempt to enter or leave your network, only letting through what's been approved. Firewalls do the same for data, checking every bit that tries to cross between your private network and the wild internet. Every email, website request, or file download is like a guest at the door, and the firewall decides who gets in and who stays out. They use rules to decide what's allowed and what's blocked. These rules can be simple, like blocking certain websites, or complex, like allowing only specific types of data from trusted sources. IT professionals spend a lot of time fine-tuning these rules to keep networks safe and efficient. For example, a school firewall might block gaming sites during class. This helps students stay focused on learning and keeps the network from getting clogged with unnecessary traffic. Firewalls can also block dangerous or inappropriate content, protecting users from harm. It's all about controlling traffic and keeping the network safe. Without this control, networks would be chaotic, and sensitive information could easily fall into the wrong hands. Firewalls can be software or hardware, but their job is the same: keep the good stuff in and the bad stuff out. Some firewalls are physical devices that sit between your network and the internet, while others are programs running on your computer or server. Without firewalls, private networks would be wide open to digital intruders. Hackers could easily slip in, steal data, or cause damage. Firewalls are the first line of defense, stopping most attacks before they even start. They're a fundamental part of modern cybersecurity. Every business, school, and even many homes rely on firewalls to protect their information and keep their systems running smoothly. Every bit of data is inspected at lightning speed. Firewalls work tirelessly, scanning thousands of data packets every second, making split-second decisions to allow or block traffic. Think of a firewall as a postman who checks not just the address, but also peeks inside to make sure nothing dangerous gets delivered. It's not just about where the data is going, but also what's inside. Whether it's a physical box or a program, its main job is to prevent unauthorized access. It acts as a barrier, making sure only trusted users and safe data can pass through. Firewalls are essential for keeping our digital lives secure. In a world where cyber threats are constantly evolving, having a firewall is like having a trusted guard who never sleeps, always protecting your digital world. So why all the fuss about firewalls? It's all about protection of information and people. Schools, businesses, and governments use firewalls to guard sensitive data from cyber criminals. Firewalls also block malware, viruses, spyware, ransomware before they can cause chaos. They help manage how networks are used, like blocking social media or streaming during work hours to keep things productive. For schools, firewalls create a safer online environment, blocking harmful or inappropriate content. It's like a mosquito net, lets in the good, keeps out the bad. These digital walls aren't just annoying barriers, they're vital for safety, security, and focus. They help everyone use the internet responsibly and safely. 10. Now, let's talk about VPNs, virtual private networks. You might have heard the term thrown around in tech conversations or seen it advertised as a must-have tool for online privacy. But what exactly is a VPN, and why do so many people rely on it today? Originally, VPNs were designed to let people connect securely to their office networks from anywhere in the world. This was especially useful for employees working remotely or traveling, who needed a safe way to access sensitive company data without being physically present in the office. A VPN creates a secure encrypted tunnel for your internet data. This means that all the information you send and receive online is scrambled, making it nearly impossible for hackers or snoops to intercept or read your data. Think of it like sending your information in a locked box that only the recipient can open. No one else along the way can peek inside, keeping your private details safe from prying eyes. VPNs are especially great for privacy, particularly when you're using public Wi-Fi in places like coffee shops, airports, or hotels. These networks are often unsecured, making it easy for cybercriminals to eavesdrop on your activity. With a VPN, your connection stays protected. Your internet provider can see you're using a VPN, but not what you're actually doing online. This adds an extra layer of anonymity, shielding your browsing habits from being tracked or sold. That's why journalists and activists often rely on VPNs to communicate safely in restrictive countries, where internet use is monitored or censored. It helps them avoid surveillance and protect their sources. Business travelers also use VPNs to access company files securely from anywhere, ensuring that sensitive information stays confidential, even when they're far from the office. But because VPNs hide your traffic and make it look like you're browsing from a different location, some people use them to bypass firewalls or access websites that might be blocked in their country or workplace. In the next section, we'll dive deeper into how VPNs help you get around these digital barriers and what you need to know to use them effectively and responsibly. So how does a VPN sneak past a firewall? Imagine the firewall as a bouncer with a list of banned sites. If you try to visit a blocked site, the bouncer stops you. But with a VPN, your computer connects to a VPN server first, creating an encrypted tunnel. The firewall sees only a connection to the VPN server, not your final destination. The VPN server then fetches the blocked site for you and sends it back through the tunnel. To the firewall, it looks like you're just talking to the VPN server, You've created a private passageway through the firewall's checkpoint. It's clever digital redirection. 10. Why would someone want to bypass a firewall? Sometimes it's to access blocked educational content or entertainment. VPNs can also let you access content available in other countries. Some people dislike being restricted and want more control over their browsing. In some countries, VPNs are a lifeline to uncensored information and free communication. For many, bypassing a firewall is about personal freedom or necessity, not mischief. But the reasons don't erase the risks. 8. Bypassing a firewall might seem clever, but it's risky. Without a firewall, you're exposed to viruses, malware, and phishing attacks. Free VPNs can be especially dangerous. They might track your activity or even contain malware. You lose the protection your school or work provides, making you and the network vulnerable. If your device gets infected, you could spread malware to others. You might think you're only risking yourself, but your actions can endanger everyone on the network. The digital grass isn't always greener on the other side. 8. Breaking digital rules has real consequences. Schools and workplaces have acceptable use policies you agree to follow. Bypassing a firewall is usually a direct violation. At school, you could lose computer privileges, get detention, or even be suspended or expelled. At work, you could face disciplinary action or lose your job. Legal consequences are possible too. Unauthorized access can be a crime. Even if you didn't mean harm, you could be held responsible for any damage. The risks, personal, professional, and legal, are high. It's just not worth it. 10. We've explored firewalls, VPNs, and the reasons behind digital security. Firewalls protect us and our data. They're essential, not just obstacles. VPNs are powerful tools for privacy and security, but how you use them matters. Responsibility is key. Technology gives us power, but we must use it ethically. Breaking rules risks your safety, your future, and the security of others. Respect the rules. They're there for good reasons. Knowledge is your best tool. Use it to make smart, informed choices. Stay curious, keep learning, and use your tech skills for good. Be a good egg. Use technology wisely, follow the law, and stay safe online. 10. Thanks for watching and learning with me. Drop a comment below if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos. I value your feedback. Cyber defense.